Good evening and welcome to the Newshour Agenda. Now, the NCP split in Maharashtra appears to have given a big fillip to brand Modi. With 10 months to go for the 2024 elections and internal contradictions apparent in opposition ranks now, the NDA appears to be an attractive option for some within the opposition. At least some of the meetings and cryptic messages suggest a realignment and churn that could possibly be in the air. From Punjab to Andhra Pradesh, even Bihar, the churn in opposition ranks is quite clear. The BJP has hit the expansion Modi, and in fact, first let's talk about Maharashtra, where the split in the NCP is being seen as a blow to the opposition unity efforts. Ajit Pawar, while taking digs at his uncle, also heaped praise on Prime Minister Modi, calling him an unparalleled leader of India who has no alternative. Listen in.
विरोधी पक्षाचं कडबुळं बांधण्याचं काम चाललंय, ज्याचा उल्लेख पटेल साहेबांनी केला. माझ्या पण तुमच्या सगळ्यांच्यामुळे काही विरोधी पक्षाच्या नेत्यांची ओळखी आहेत. मी त्यांना म्हटलं काय झालं पाटण्याच्या सभेत, ते म्हणले सभेमध्ये आले होते सगळे मीटिंग मध्ये, परंतु काहीतरी घडलं. केजरीवाल ज्यांच्या ताब्यामध्ये दिल्ली आणि पंजाब आहे, दोन्ही मुख्यमंत्री तिथे बसले होते, काहीतरी त्यांचं फिसकटलं, दोघेही बाहेर निघून गेले. ट्वीट केलं, ते ट्वीट तुम्ही आम्ही बघितलं, झालं तिथंच फुसका बाहेर निघाला. त्याच्यानंतर स्टॅलिन जेवायला पण थांबले नाही, ते जेवले, पत्रकार परिषदेला थांबले नाही, ते निघून गेले. मित्रांनो, असं सगळ्यांचं कडबुळं घेऊन देश चालू शकत नाही. आमच्या वरिष्ठांनी सांगितलं 2024 मध्ये देखील मोदी साहेबच येणार, सांगितलं की नाही?
Another interesting development coming in from Andhra Pradesh, with Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy meeting Home Minister Amit Shah and PM Modi today. Remember, the YSRCP has always given issue-based support to the BJP in the parliament. But sources now say that this bonhomie may further deepen, with Jagan possibly considering extending support to the NDA even for 2024. However, his nemesis, Chandrababu Naidu's TDP, has asserted that PM Modi will never join hands with graft-tainted Jagan. Listen in.
And also there is talk about Jagan Reddy aligning with the BJP or him getting into the NDA, but I don't find any remote possibility also in that direction, because we all know that the Bharatiya Janata Party and especially the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji had taken a very strong stance as far as corruption is concerned, and they will not be inclined to any kind of a tie-up with the most corrupt Chief Minister in India. Even Amit Shah ji in his recent visit to Vizag in June 2nd week had clearly stated that Jagan Reddy's government is the most corrupt government.
A surprise meeting today between Nitish Kumar and Rajya Sabha Deputy Speaker Harivansh set the cat amongst the pigeons as well. Harivansh came to visit Nitish in Patna. The Deputy Speaker is, after all, a JDU MP, but he has strained relations with the party. Remember, he attended the inauguration of the new parliament building despite a boycott call given by the JDU. He was perceived to be close to the BJP, and speculations arrived that when he met Nitish Kumar after a year, he may have conveyed a message from the BJP to the Chief Minister. Of course, the JDU has officially denied it.
यहाँ बैठक किया है, उससे भाजपा में बेचैनी है, और भाजपा बेचैन होकर तरह तरह का अफवाह पैदा कर रहा है, और उस अफवाह में बिहार की और देश की जनता को फंसने की जरूरत नहीं है. अब भाजपा को बिल्कुल बिहार से ध्वस्त करके अब दिल्ली पर चढ़ाई करेंगे.
अब ये नहीं पता कि वो मुख्यमंत्री जी के पास कोई सुझाव लेकर गए हैं या अपने भविष्य को बेहतर करने के लिए कोई प्रस्ताव लेकर गए हैं. भाई हकीकत तो ये भी है ना कि 2024 में उनका भी कार्यकाल समाप्त हो रहा है, और इस बीच में जिस तरीके से मुख्यमंत्री जी और उपसभापति जी के संबंध रहे वो उतने मधुर तो नहीं रहे थे. तो क्या कोई पैचअप हो रहा है इन दोनों के बीच में, ताकि 2024 के बाद उपसभापति जी की राहें आसान हो जाए, या सही में कोई और परिस्थिति उत्पन्न हो रही है या कोई और षड्यंत्र? व्हेन इट कम्स टू मुख्यमंत्री जी, आप कभी भी 100% क्लियर होकर तो नहीं बोल सकते कि वो क्या करेंगे नहीं करेंगे.
At the same time, in Punjab, it's possible that BJP may be cozying up to the erstwhile ally, the AKALIS. Listen in to this cryptic message coming in from the BJP's Punjab chief.
I have been tasked with a single assignment, is to increase BJP's presence from 23 Vidhan Sabha seats to 117. From 3 Vidhan Sabha seats, we will be contesting all the 13 Vidhan Sabha seats. This is my job. And if anybody High Command at some stage or other wants to revive NDA or want for the national interest or whatever consideration at national level there are, it is for them. We will ensure that whenever and if that happens, the BJP High Command talks from a position of strength. So we will not be taken for granted by anybody. They will know that BJP has its own presence in all the 117 seats.
That takes us to the big questions that we're asking this evening. Will Maharashtra NCP split prove a big upset for opposition unity efforts? Is brand Modi too strong a lure for opposition flock to remain together? And will we see a realignment ahead of the 2024 poll battle?
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining us now for more, we have with us RP Singh, National Spokesperson of the BJP. Kailash Adhikari is MD of Governance now. Samir Singh is National Spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Pattabhi Ram Kommareddy is the National Spokesperson of the TDP. With us also on the broadcast is Lokesh Jindal, leader of the Congress Party. Mahesh Tapase, Spokesperson of the NCP of the Sharad Pawar faction. And Amardeep Singh Dharni is a spokesperson of the Shiromani Akali Dal. Let me start with you first and foremost, Mahesh Tapase. You know, what has happened to one of the tallest leaders? You know, there's no argument about that. Sharad Pawar is perhaps one of the biggest faces within the opposition ranks. And as far as what transpired in Patna, he was one of the senior most leaders. Now, if such a big incident can happen with an individual like this within just 10 days of the Patna meeting, has it somehow exposed how vulnerable the larger opposition alliance is? Mahesh Tapase.
Well, let me tell you that Ajit Dada's defection or splitting the party and joining hands with the BJP will not have any impact as far as national elections are concerned. Ajit Dada very categorically in his speech today said that I want to become the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. And this is one line that BJP will be very, very cautious in time to come. He has made his ambition so very open that I'm sure that his speech was well heard by the top brass of the BJP and the current incumbent Chief Minister of Maharashtra, whose cadre already started feeling jittery after the BJP roped in Ajit Dada Pawar. Let me tell you that as far as national politics is concerned, Ajit Dada is not the face of the National Alliance. He is not the face of the party in national politics. He has never been to the parliament. He has been to the parliament once in early stages of his career. But after that, he has always said that I don't want to be in Delhi, I want to be in Maharashtra. Today, when we are going to face the Lok Sabha in April 2024, we have got larger issues and based on those issues,
may I ask you a larger issue, sir?
United 15, 16, 17.
Mr. Tapase, with due respect, may I ask you a larger issue? Your faction and Mr. Pawar's faction have both approached. Mr. Tapase, 1 second. There's a question I have.
Amongst all the members of
You've raised a larger question. Now, 1 second. Mr. Tapase, 1 second. There's a question I'm asking you. Please listen in. This is a very important point. You say it will make no difference nationally because Mr. Pawar is separated. He's not, a national face. Mr. Sharad Pawar is not Ajit Pawar. That is your contention. But the bigger headache could be if, in front of the Election Commission, given that larger number of leaders, MLAs, MPs, everything put together, appear to be with Mr. Ajit Pawar, there is a very strong chance that Mr. Sharad Pawar may lose the name and the symbol of the party. At least just going purely by what we're seeing before us at the moment.
Yes, but I want to question whether the legislators knew that their signatures are going to be used for sending an affidavit or a letter to the Election Commission proclaiming Ajit Pawar as the national president of the NCP. Now, my question is whether the legislature can appoint a political head of a political party, or is it the political party which appoints the legislative party? So this
Sir,
is
the larger number of legislators are with him. There were about 17 here and 31 there. I mean, no, I'm not getting into the technical points, please. I am simply asking, are more legislators with Mr. Sharad Pawar or Mr. Ajit Pawar today? You would concede that there are more with Mr. Ajit Pawar?
The legislators are not aware that their signatures have been used to send a letter to the Election Commission. The Election Commission will always stand with the political party which legitimizes the legislature party of the party.
Okay. I don't want to get into too much of a technical argument, but I want to bring in RP Singh to respond to you on that. RP Singh, this will have no impact on opposition unity. What's being seen over here, of course, the technical arguments coming in that the legislators have been deceived or duped or they've not been made clear what the signatures are going to be used for, is the argument coming in from the spokesperson of the Sharad Pawar faction of the NCP, Mahesh Tapase. Please respond to him on both those contentions.
Madhav, how can you deny the physical presence of the MLAs? I mean, are they so blindfolded that they are denying the physical presence of the MLAs? The MLAs were present there. I have been told almost 32 MLAs have been physically there, and the 31 were there, and one has just sent the letter in the evening saying that, yes, I am no more with Mr. Sharad Pawar, I am with Ajit Pawar. So this is this ground situation. I mean, they can deny that, they can stay in denial, is within their right, they can do that. But fact is that Mr. Sharad Pawar has lost ground. He has lost his MLAs, he has lost his party's the working president also. So now it's up to them to decide. I mean, it's not only that the MLAs, it's the party which also has gone apart from him and has joined hand with Ajit Pawar.
Yeah.
The number is much bigger in the party also and within the legislative party also.
Okay. I want to.
One small question. Whether the BJP came first as a political party or the legislative parties or the parliamentary party of the BJP came first. This is the whole question. The process is becoming a punishment. You have to understand. You are trying to subvert the entire law. The BJP stands tall within the legislative party of the BJP, or as a political party, or the BJP legislative party, or the BJP parliamentary party is bigger than the BJP party. This is the whole question. As far as the recent ruling of Justice Chandrachud.
All right, these are matters that certainly are important. It is for courts that will ultimately, or the election commission that will settle these. I don't want to get into a technical debate on Maharashtra. We're discussing bigger national issues, please. I mean, certainly these are none of us are legal experts here, sir. Let's leave it to the legal experts to get into those technical points. But I am debating the larger question of what this means for national politics ahead of 2024. We are staring at a position where today we are about 10.5 months away from the 2024 election result. That's why this is so significant, and several moves that we have been discussing today. Let me ask Lokesh Jindal. Lokesh Jindal, you have Mr. Harivansh, who's the deputy chairman of the Raj Sabha, and today he visited Mr. Nitish Kumar just about 10 days after that Patna meeting. Now, many are going to raise questions about why a person who's otherwise perceived as being distant from the JDU leadership, Mr. Nitish Kumar, even meeting him after over a year, even participated in the new parliament inauguration with the JDU, by the way, and large parts of the opposition boycotted. Was he carrying a message? And is that going to cause some kind of nerves within opposition camp?
Madhav, we are ignoring a very important aspect over here. What you see as the success of BJP, I see it as a failure of BJP. Since we were discussing about Maharashtra, let me just get things in order.
Bihar?
Since last
your question on Bihar.
No, let me come to Maharashtra first, then I'll reach to Bihar.
Very quickly.
Last 1 year in Maharashtra, BJP was losing on all fronts. It lost all local body elections, whether it is Bhandara, Gondia, whether it was Nagpur local body elections, because it had failed to woo the Maratha, Kundi and the other OBC vote banks over here. So what BJP resorted to was getting defections to its side, so that getting the leaders to their sides, at least they could reach out to that strong population base which it requires in the upcoming elections. Now, if you talk about all the NCP leaders, they had ED cases against them since last 4 months. And out of sheer frustration, BJP resorted to offering them ministerial posts, intimidating them, and hoping that when these leaders come to BJP's fold, they will be able to woo all those important social bases and political classes which have had failed all this time to woo. So when you're talking about these forms of defections, it's not the success of BJP, but it is the failure of BJP in reaching out to these masses.
Sir, I'm not getting into the failure or the success. I'm talking about the fact that an important constituent has been virtually obliterated, decimated. The fact that those are facts that you can't deny. I'm not getting into the ethics of what is right or what is wrong. Mr. Lokesh Jindal, my simple point is, how can you deny that the similar thing will not happen, for instance, in Bihar, where Mr. Nitish Kumar has switched sides so many times? How can you in fact even discount that possibility?
You are missing. In democracy, it is the voters who make a leader. It is not the leader who is creating the voter base.
Sir, but the voter will vote for alliances. And if certain alliances appear to be stronger, numerically or otherwise, then it is quite possible that those alliances may appear to be more stable. I'm not getting into whether who will finally join or not. We're talking about possibilities at the moment.
The possibility is, in the upcoming elections, the voters are going to vote for an ideology, for a complete policy framework. It will be voting.
Even if allies are going to desert the opposition.
No.
Which allies
Madhav, can you ask him what ideology is referring to?
Legislators, it is few leaders who are being intimidated and they are being
Corruption.
You know,
leave a political party.
it's very interesting you mentioned ideology. Let me. One second.
Making money.
RP Singh, you can come in. But I want to ask Lokesh Jindal, very interesting you mentioned ideology, because even Mr. Ajit Pawar says that Sharad Pawar met the BJP thrice. Mr. Praful Patel says that we have allied with the Shiv Sena. So where is the ideology matter is the question that both these leaders are asking.
I'll tell you where the ideology is. If you talk about NCP, Shiv Sena, they had always stood for that entire section of populace that had been ignored by BJP. I'm talking about the Kundis, the...
Shiv Sena was in alliance with the BJP, sir.
The Dhagar.
What are you talking?
All those important classes which had been ignored by BJP. Look at the chronology of events. आप chronology को समझिए.
क्या chronology है, sir? Shiv Sena और BJP का alliance नहीं था.
Deny the state from identifying.
Lokesh Jindal, are you denying that Shiv Sena was aligned with the BJP earlier?
Overruled that act. The center was forced to allow the state to identify OBCs.
I'm not understanding your point, sir.
2022, it started with Operation Lotus. First, it decimated the Shiv Sena unconstitutionally.
Okay.
Subsequently, since January, it had released all the EDs and external agencies.
You have not answered my question on ideology. You're still on the point of agencies and cases being, one second, on cases being filed. Yeah, okay, RP Singh, quick response, please. Quick response.
Well, there is only one ideology Mr. Jindal is referring to. That is corruption. When all corrupt come together, people who are facing cases, who are behind bar, who are convicted, have come together, and they are trying to save their dynasties to carry on this regime of corruption. That's the only ideology they have, to save dynasty and to keep doing corruption. Whether it is Mr. Kejriwal with his two ministers, whether it is father and son, whether it's mother and son, is all those who are involved in corruption, who are out on bail, or who have been convicted, who are in jail.
Right.
Is that of high?
Right. Now let me bring in Samir Singh of the Samajwadi Party. Now Samir Singh, whether it's talking about UP, whether it's talking about Bihar, there appears to be a realignment. We heard the statements coming in from Mr. Rajbhar a few days ago. We know the position of the RLD, has been wavering for some time now. We all know what we were just discussing, what is happening with Nitish Kumar. So ये पूरी संभावना है कि there are several allies or several of those parties within the opposition that by 2024 may actually change their position.
Definitely not, Madhav. I don't know which Sambhavna are you talking about here, because since you mentioned RLD has been our oldest, if you talk about the current coalition. Now, if you talk about the current alliances, RLD has been our oldest ally, political ally. And in fact, a couple of days, RLD chief Jayant Chaudhary ji made it very clear that these are baseless rumors and he is going nowhere. He is with the Samajwadi Party. He is in favor of a united opposition, and he also made it very clear that he will be personally attending the next meeting of the united opposition that is going to take place in July. So from where are all these rumors coming from? These are completely baseless rumors that I think the BJP, in fact, on the other hand, I would like to say that the BJP is restless because of this united alliance, because of this united opposition, because of the meetings that are happening, because I believe and the entire opposition is very hopeful that a united opposition will come forward. And if we talk about the development in Maharashtra,
meeting Nitish Kumar
we still have time, both the parties, both the factions.
Is Mr. Harivansh meeting Nitish Kumar also a baseless rumor according to you?
No, that's not a baseless rumor, but...
So does that episode not raise questions?
It is not a baseless rumor because people have seen him going to the meeting. But then, But then what message was he carrying? None of us know that, right? So it's a mere speculation.
Okay.
You could also speculate in another way.
Okay.
So these are baseless accusations, and because you are saying, you mentioned O.P. Rajbhar's name, we all know what Rajbhar stands for, what O.P. Rajbhar ji stands for, how he is always shifting from one faction to the other, and he's making.
So at least you admit that Mr. Rajbhar may shift. Okay, great.
BJP, who
at least you admit that much.
And then, yeah, everybody knows the characteristic of character of O.P. Rajbhar ji, so we're not here to comment on that. But if you see how the events are unfolding, in fact, the BJP trying its very best to to create rift in parties is a simple indication that the BJP is restless. The BJP is somehow afraid of the united opposition, that something is not working in their favor.
Okay,
and
let me bring in Kailash Adhikari on that. Kailash Adhikari, the BJP is restless. They are feeling that something is not working in their favor. That's a statement coming in from the spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. How do you react to this, given the kind of long list of events that I've just read out of today, that we've just witnessed today? I'm not even talking about the days previously of what we have seen. Kailash Adhikari.
Madhav, the Bharatiya Janata Party is anything but restless. So firstly, that point I will not buy at all. Secondly, if you look at the kind of events that have taken place, although it is in a particular state of Maharashtra, but you see that a regional party called the Shiv Sena getting broken into two parts. Now the Nationalist Congress Party getting broken into two parts, joining the Bharatiya Janata Party. There is a clear message here that they understand that the entire plank of a Mahagathbandhan or a united opposition is just far from reality. It is nothing but a mockery of everyone's time. Whether you have meetings in Patna, Shimla or Bangalore, nothing is going to change. Mr. Ajit Pawar and Mr. Eknath Shinde, the current Deputy Chief Minister as well as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra respectively, they have both chosen to go with the development plank. Now with sources telling and the news coming in that the Akali Dal might also join their old ally, the Bharatiya Janata Party, we see that the Bharatiya Janata Party as well as the NDA in a much more expansion mode. And let us not be surprised that in 2024, the numbers will be bigger than 2019. And the entire plank of this opposition unity and Mahagathbandhan getting together, where they have rifts in their own between. They cannot come onto a same page. What kind of unity are they talking about?
Okay. That's a question for them, certainly. But I want to quickly, since you mentioned Shiromani Akali Dal, I want to bring in Amardeep Singh Dharni, spokesperson of the SAD. Mr. Dharni, we are told that it's all but formal, that pretty much decision has been taken of BJP and SAD coming together. And in fact, the new chief of the Punjab BJP, Mr. Jhakar, even hinted as much. He said in the larger national interest, whatever is required can be done. Although I haven't been given a mandate to increase our presence to all the 117 seats. What are you hearing?
May I speak in Hindi, please?
जी.
हाँ. देखिए, ये जो जितने बुलारे बोल रहे थे ना, मैं सबको सुन रहा था. मेरा एक ही बात है, जो पहले जिसको पैट्रियोटिक अलायंस बोलते हैं, मैं पूछता हूँ कि उनमें से जो पीएम कैंडिडेट का चेहरा है वो कौन है? मुझे ये नहीं अभी तक पता चला. मैंने बहुत मिन्यूटली इसको सारे को देखा, और सारे को देखने के बाद देखिए, आप केवल और केवल आप बात करते हो महाराष्ट्र की, आप बाकी तरफ जाओ. जिस दिन पहले दिन ये बात हुई थी, उसी दिन जो आम आदमी पार्टी है वो ऑर्डिनेंस के मामले पे वो छोड़ गई थी बीच में. अभी अगर अलग अलग को हम देखते चले तो हर स्टेट में अब सबसे बड़ा जो बात हुई है, जो डिफरेंसेस की बात हुई है, वो तो महाराष्ट्र में हुई है. उसके बाद जो बिहार में चल रहा है उसकी बात, आप तेजस्वी यादव की बात करिए और यूपी की बात करिए. यूपी में जो मुलायम सिंह यादव के बेटे हैं, उनके पास सीट कोई नहीं है, और कुछ स्टेट्स ऐसी हैं जो इससे बाहर रह चुकी है. और ममता की बात कर ले हम, और ममता जी है जो वो कहते हैं अगर कांग्रेस का CPM-L के साथ कंप्रोमाइज होगा तो हम उससे आउट हैं. तो इसलिए अगर कांग्रेस बीच आती है तो आम आदमी पार्टी जाती है. देखिए, एक बात तो आपको माननी पड़ेगी, दोनों जो पार्टियां हैं, चाहे एक कांग्रेस अलायंस है जिसपे एनसीपी सबसे बड़ा रोल अदा कर रही है, चाहे आप इनकी बात कीजिए बीजेपी की, दोनों को महागठबंधन तो बनाने पड़ेंगे. क्योंकि आप पिछली 2019 की बात करिए, 2019 में जो बीजेपी है उसको 37% वोट पड़ी थी, और जो आजकल के सर्वे हैं उनमें 36 और 38% की बात हो रही है। मैं ये भी बताना चाहता हूं कि पिछली बार जो इलेक्शन हुई थी ये सारी पार्टियां अलग अलग थी और बीजेपी के लिए ये
आपने मेरे सवाल का जवाब तो नहीं दिया है, लेकिन आपने क्योंकि बहुत अहम मुद्दे उठाए हैं।
मैं उसी पे आऊंगा सर जी, उसी पे आऊंगा। देखिए जो पंजाब है, पंजाब में भी वेस्टर्न इंटरेस्ट के लिए, देखिए पंजाब में जो अकालीज हैं उनका कोई भी इंटरेस्ट जो है वो कांग्रेस और आम आदमी पार्टी के साथ तो मिल ही नहीं सकता
जी, और
हमारे पास और कोई विकल्प नहीं है। और हमारी भी कुछ ये देखिए, अकाली दल बेस्ड ऑन रिलीजन एंड सेकंड इज देखिए एग्रीकल्चर बेस्ड जो स्टेट है, अगर उस पर बहुत सारी बातें होती हैं तो मुझे लगता है कि लार्जेस्ट ट्रस्ट के लिए अकाली दल और बीजेपी में और पंजाब में जो जियोग्राफिकल कंडीशन है हिंदुओं में और सिखों में, ये एक ऐसा मेल है लोगों का, मुझे लगता है कि ये जरूरी
बट सर फार्म लॉस के मुद्दे पे तो आपके पार्टी ने अलायंस छोड़ा था, but let me quickly ask some of those important points that are coming out of there. Let me get in fact Sameer Singh on that. Sameer Singh, he raised the question of the Samajwadi Party. He raises the issue of who's going to be the leader of this alliance. Will it be Akhilesh Yadav? Will it be Mamta Banerjee? Will it be Rahul Gandhi? Will it be Nitish Kumar? Will it be Sharad Pawar? We don't know at the moment. And he's also talking about the inherent ideological contradictions that exist at the state level, say for instance between TMC and CPM. Sameer, can you hear me?
Hello?
Sameer, can you hear me?
Yes, Madhav, I can hear you.
Yeah, if you heard, in fact, the previous speaker, Mr. Dharni, he's talking about the ideological differences. He's talking about the fact that there's no one PM. We really don't know who will be the PM face, whether it will be Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Nitish Kumar, Akhilesh Yadav, Mamta Banerjee, Sharad Pawar. We don't know yet. So you're saying, how is this alliance going to even work?
Madhav, on the contrary, I think it's not different of ideologies, it's a common ideology. The entire united opposition that we're calling, every party has a single ideology, and that ideology is working for the people of this country, for the downtrodden people of this country. And everybody is working, everybody's of the view that this country is losing harmony, this country is, divided on so many fronts right now that need to be brought back on the plateau. Since it has always been. That's the beauty of our country, and that's the fabric that the BJP has been distorting. And this is above every other factor, we call it, whether it's the economical factor, where it's the matter of defense or any other factor. We see the problem of inflation, we see the rising unemployment. All these factors paired with this common ideology of the united opposition is what the united opposition stands for. Also, I would like to come back to one statement that was rejected, that the BJP is definitely not losing their ground. I see no reason why the BJP was in such a haste. They already have a Gathbandhan with the newly formed Eknath Shinde faction of the Shiv Sena. But still, even after forming the government, they're in a good position to govern. But still, calling in, I see whatever Operation Lotus number was this, but inducting ministers from the NCP, ministers that several corruption charges against them, and all this within a week of Prime Minister Modi's statement that the united opposition is nothing but a congregation of 20 lakh crore of corruption.
Okay, so let me bring in the TDP spokesperson on that point.
Is not in haste
Pattabhi Ram
point.
Kommareddy, this is showing some kind of urgency on part of the BJP, but the TDP itself would perhaps be nervous today that Mr. Jagan Reddy has met with the Prime Minister and the Home Minister on his trip to the national capital. So what can we make of that, Mr. Kommareddy?
Am I audible?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, Madhav. See, why would we be nervous, Madhav? Before answering your question, I would like to bring about an interesting fact. See, Jagan Reddy recently created a new world record. You know what it is? On 30th of June, in the CBI court of Hyderabad, 20 cases of CBI and ED were listed in the name of Mr. Jagan Mohan Reddy. It is a new record. Highest number of cases listed against a single individual on a single day in a court. That record goes to Jagan Reddy, went to Jagan Reddy on 30th of June. So it shows how corrupt he is. You know, at a time when the Bharatiya Janata Party is trying to take a moral high ground as far as corruption is concerned, why will they align with such a tainted person?
But will they align with you?
Will they align with
TDP?
Sorry?
Are they planning to align with TDP then?
So I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to say that there is no reason for us to be nervous just because Jagan Reddy had met the Prime Minister, and I don't think...
But there is reason for you to be hopeful
align with such a tainted
of an alliance.
I will tell you one more fact, Madhav. In 2004, YS Jagan Mohan Reddy's family mortgaged their house to raise funds for an election. And today, suddenly in 2019, after 2019, he becomes the richest chief minister in the entire country.
Okay.
How can that happen?
Okay.
It is only by looting money from the state exchequer.
Let me quickly bring in RP Singh on that. RP Singh, the state of Andhra Pradesh is unique because it appears there are two parties which are, vying to come into the NDA alliance. Many want to know what's going to happen.
Again, Madhav, Madhav, I'm not Octopus Paul who will predict what's going to happen. Let's wait for time and let's wait for the right opportune time. It's early to project and predict about anything. We don't know how things are shaping up. But the fact is that as far opposition goes, I have to reiterate that opposition alliance is only for one thing, which is for trying to safeguard their interests as far corruption cases goes, or safeguard their dynasty, safeguard their families.
But you are certainly hoping to grow the NDA. You are certainly hoping that the NDA will grow by 2024. Is that fair to surmise, given the developments that we've seen today?
We are a political party, and we are open to ideas and alliances also. It's not that we are not open to ideas and alliances. So I am not denying that, but let's wait. I have no privacy to any meetings which are happening or anything of that's not happening.
Okay, and let me ask Mr. Kommareddy. Mr. Kommareddy, if not the NDA, then is the opposition, grouping at all an option for you, because your leaders haven't participated in that either?
See, Madhav, what I'm saying today is, as of now, we have not taken any decision of joining any alliance. Our leader, Sri Chandrababu Naidu Garu, will very soon take a call on it. As of now, we are not part of any alliance, but I would also like to say that we have an experience before working with the NDA, and I would also like to remind that Sri Chandrababu Naidu Garu was the convener of the NDA when Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister. For about 5 years, he was the convener of the NDA, so we have a prior experience working with NDA. So, I can't rule out anything as of now, but we haven't taken any decision as yet, and maybe in the next couple of months.
So, no possibility of you joining the opposition alliance. Is that fair to surmise?
See, I don't want to comment anything on our party joining either of the alliances. Our leader will take a call in the next couple of months. But see, one thing I would like to state here, and I would like to, agree with my friend from the Shiromani Akali Dal. See, the opposition alliance even today does not have a face. Who is going to lead the opposition alliance? So without knowing the leader of the opposition alliance, how can parties take a decision? Let them come out. After the meeting in Patna, we have seen what had happened. AAP had almost pulled out. Aam Aadmi Party had differed with the grouping of the opposition parties.
Okay.
They have raised their concerns in the meeting in Patna itself. And after reaching Delhi, the total voice had changed. And now we are hearing that even Mamta is also not completely happy. The NCP had totally, came out of the alliance after the Ajit Pawar episode. So there is no clarity. We don't understand who is there in that alliance as of today. So when there is so much of uncertainty, how can they expect parties to join them? So as far as Telugu Party is concerned, we have not taken any decision. We will take a call very soon, maybe in the next couple of months.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Kommareddy, for setting the record straight. Of course, concerns being expressed by the SAD and the TDP about the lack of a prime ministerial face from the opposition. That's a question. The uncertainty, of course, it exists within the opposition ranks is something that is, of course, raising a number of questions. Completely out of time on this debate. I see many hands going up, but RP Singh, Kailash Adhikari, Sameer Singh, Pattabhi Ram Kommareddy, Lokesh Jindal, Mahesh Tapase, as well as Amardeep Singh Dharni. I'd like to thank all of you gentlemen for joining us this evening. Which way are the winds blowing, of course, are evident from the statements coming in at this point of time. What will actually happen on ground remains to be seen.